Hey there, West Michigan. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens. Thanks for watching 13 Plus. We're going to get you up to date on the latest forecast for us here in West Michigan, but also take a look at a few stories from the past week. First coming up is going to be a look at our Here's Why segment that we debuted earlier this week. Then after that, we're going to take a look at some tumbleweed madness from out west, and of course take a look back on the 10-year anniversary of Superstorm Sandy, which made landfall on the East Coast 10 years ago today. But first, let's go ahead and get you up to date on that forecast in West Michigan. Kenneth Bush sent us this beautiful picture over from Muskegon with plenty of sunshine coming through today. Blue skies, calm waters. It was certainly a good day to be outside this afternoon, and a pretty nice evening too, if you didn't mind the cooling temperatures. This picture of the sunset came from the Silver Lake sand dunes. Thanks to Patty for sending in this picture. And then we got another beautiful shot there of the sunset and some spooky Halloween lights from Jenny in White Lake. Another great view there. Love those Halloween lights on the back deck. Of course, we always love to share your photos here at 13 on your side. You can send them to me on social media. Meteorologist Michael Behrens on Facebook and at Mike Behrens WX on Twitter and on Instagram. When it came to the temperatures this afternoon, we made it into the 60s across the region. In fact, 64 Grand Rapids, 66 Kalamazoo, 66 in Muskegon. Above average temperatures for this time of the year should only be around 55 degrees for our high. The temperature was inside the 3-degree guarantee. Told you 62, hit 64. Current 3-degree streak is now at 4 days in a row. When it comes to tomorrow, those temperatures will be on, well, pretty much the same path as they were this afternoon. That's why 13 weather ball is lit up in green, as no change is foreseen. View of the 13 weather ball brought to you by Tullymore Golf Resort. When it came to the temperatures as of about 9 o'clock, they were still holding on to the 40s across the region, even close to 50s in Grand Rapids. But those temperatures will be falling as we head throughout the overnight hours. Winds remained calm across the region, and of course, calm winds are going to help those temperatures drop as we head through the overnight hours tonight. What will help to keep things a bit more mild than they would otherwise be is the cloud cover that will be pushing in overhead. In fact, becoming pretty cloudy by early Sunday morning. Temperatures expected to be down into the low 40s to upper 30s across West Michigan by Sunday morning. Sunday itself keeps the cloud cover in place, and temperatures again about where they were this afternoon. We're looking to be in the low to mid 60s across West Michigan as we head through the end of the weekend. In fact, your day planner for Grand Rapids shows temperature of 38 as we head through tonight with those cool temperatures in place. Of course, the cloud cover increasing. Sunday mostly cloudy. By the time we head towards Sunday evening, I'm thinking after sundown, we do have a risk for some scattered showers that starts to move in. Temperatures again in the 60s though in the afternoon. Monday, the rain chances unfortunately do appear to be on the rise for Halloween, so something we're keeping a close eye on. You may need to plan a raincoat or umbrella as you go trick-or-treating across West Michigan. I think especially if you are I-96 and to the south. Temperatures for Halloween though will still be in the 60s. Here's the big picture across the Great Lakes. We can already see the cloud cover working its way across the Indiana-Michigan border. This will keep pushing further north as we head through the evening hours, and we can see that cloud cover increasing by the time we head towards Sunday morning. Again, most of Sunday will be fairly cloudy. There should be some sunshine that occasionally pokes through, but mostly cloudy skies will dominate the day. That cloud cover sticks around as we head into Sunday night, and then again that rain chance does start to come in as we head past sundown on Sunday. It's going to be pretty scattered at first, but a little pickup in coverage as we head into the day. Monday itself looking for showers to be around the region. As we head into the evening, this starts to slide out, but when it does so is going to be what matters most for those trick-or-treaters. Right now it's been hanging around a little bit longer than what was looking like earlier in the week, so keep an eye on the 13 on your side mobile app and radar before you head out the door trick-or-treating, because you may just have to dodge some of these rain showers. They will diminish completely as we head through Monday night and into early Tuesday, and then we start a pretty quiet weather pattern as we head through the second half of the week. And in fact, we're looking at really just clear skies and dry weather for Tuesday, Wednesday, even into Thursday. Very quiet weather pattern will persist, but as we head toward Friday, we start to change things up a little bit. Once again, could see some showers, maybe a thunderstorm come through West Michigan. That rain starts to drift to the north as we head into late Saturday, early Sunday, and then another round of heavy showers, possibly some thunderstorms will come through by the time we head toward next Sunday, dissipating fading out as we head into next Monday. So we got some rain chances in the forecast beyond the start of the week as well. A couple of days where you may need to grab that rain gear. Here's a look at the temperatures as we head again into early Sunday morning. We'll start the day around 30s and 40s on the lakeshore, with those clouds increasing overnight into early Sunday. We'll be in the mid 30s for our northern zones overnight, with temperatures hanging around 38 from Grand Rapids to Kalamazoo. As we head into the day on Sunday, we'll see 60s along the lakeshore. Not a bad afternoon. Dry during the daytime hours. 60s again in our northern zones, with temperatures around 62 Grand Rapids, 63 Kalamazoo. 13 on your side, 10-day outlook. That's where we see temperatures that stay in the 60s for pretty much the entirety of the forecast, save for the last 2 days when temperatures drop to the 50s. Dry for a good chunk of the week after Halloween, with rain chances coming in for football next Friday. Unfortunately, the rain chances dwindle some Saturday and then pick back up Sunday. Dry to start next week on the end of the 10-day, but with much cooler temperatures after that round of 60s comes to an end.
The Power of Poison exhibit at the Grand Rapids Public Museum.
This week we started a new segment here at 13 on your side called Here's Why, and as part of that I got a behind the scenes look at the new Grand Rapids Public Museum exhibit called The Power of Poison. So without further ado, here's why poisons have such a powerful place in our world. We're out here at the Grand Rapids Public Museum in a brand new exhibit that they're bringing to the city called The Power of Poison. And we're going to use this exhibit to explain to you guys at home why poisons exist and how they've impacted our world. In fact, this is going to be the beginning of a new series here on 13 on your side called Here's Why. We're going to use this series to explain to you guys at home things about weather, nature, and science, and why those phenomena occur. And I get to be your host. So join me as we explain Here's Why poisons have impacted our world. In nature, there are many reasons to create a poison. Insects, plants, animals all make this choice to some degree, whether it be for defense from larger predators or for something a little bit more aggressive. Say this spider here. He's most likely going to use a poison to take down his prey and allow him to more easily enjoy a meal. And while creating that poison does consume energy, it can be worth it in the long run.
The natural world doesn't just use poisons for individual purposes. In fact, symbiotic relationships can develop from this chemical warfare. Certain ants in South America use poisons to protect the plants they nest in, but also to destroy those plants that are unwelcome, benefiting both plant and ant.
While in nature, poisons have found their uses for defensive or offensive purposes, in human history, these uses have also come to light, though some of them are more misuse than anything else. Things from accidental poisonings to drinking potions that you think may extend your life that actually shorten it, or just even poisoning your enemies. The history of poisons have just as long of an impact through human history as in natural history.
One of these impacts is in the legends and creative stories passed on or written down through time. Take the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland. This character is likely based around real-life hatters who, when the story was written, had a tendency to act mad as a result of the mercury poisoning from the hat-making process.
While it's easy to think about how poisons in nature can take life, it's those very same poisons that can give life back. Everything from life-saving medications, antivenoms, even treatments for cancer can come from the poisons that we find in nature. And that's why it's so important to learn about the power of poison. For 13 on your side, I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens. Now it's time to get you caught up with some weather around the nation, starting first with a story from ABC affiliate KRDO in Colorado Springs about a tumbleweed invasion. The story comes from Fountain, Colorado, where Annabelle Childers reports that one couple was even trapped in their house by the onslaught of tumbleweeds.
We couldn't even get off of here. This was all full.
A shocking sight.
I looked out of my bathroom window and the tumbleweeds kept on jumping up on the window.
As Marlise Gross realizes that her home is enclosed by tumbleweeds.
Horrible. Look at that from the deck.
Blocking every exit.
I opened the front door and the whole tumbleweeds.
Marlise says she tried to leave her driveway, but she couldn't see the road in front of her.
I almost ran into the neighbor's fence because I didn't know where I was.
Those neighbors spending hours Sunday morning helping clear the road for Marlise and her husband.
You had to fight yourself through the tumbleweeds, which were above the car. You had to push yourself into it.
But still, the sight from her back porch is a sea of them.
You kind of almost, you feel helpless. I thought it was a bad dream.
But it's her reality, one with unknown next steps and a whole lot of tumbleweed.
We still can't walk anywhere. I don't know what we're gonna do, how we get rid of those tumbleweeds. Oh, it's horrible.
Today marks 10 years since Superstorm Sandy made landfall on the U.S. East Coast, battering the coastline, the Northeast, New York City, and even bringing upwards of a foot of snow to areas of higher elevation in the Appalachian Mountains. This next story, just one of many looking back on that day, is from our sister station in Hartford, Connecticut, WTIC, Fox 61.
This is the worst storm in our lifetime.
Superstorm Sandy. 10 years ago this week,
We're still finding people in their homes.
leaving its devastating mark on Connecticut and the Northeast.
We're requesting that citizens stay out of those areas, that they mind the barriers that have been set up, and they give our crews an opportunity to clear the roads.
The storm taking the most unusual path. Instead of going out to sea, a westerly turn into the Jersey shore.
Check out how the wind field grows with time.
While growing in size, something computer models were picking up on 6 days in advance.
But basically, you have to keep your eye anywhere here within this cone.
As the sun rose this morning, this is what folks in Bridgeport were waking up to. Seaside Park looking more like part of the sea.
On the Connecticut shoreline, storm surge was the story.
As soon as the water and everything started coming in, it got pretty scary right away.
Days after the storm, and boat is still the only way into some neighborhoods. Police officers and firefighters are racing to uncover all the dangers left behind by the superstorm.
By the numbers, more than 630,000 customers in Connecticut without power, a whopping 8 million across the eastern U.S. The storm left 4 dead in Connecticut and more than $500 million in insurance claims filed in our state after the storm. I'm meteorologist Ryan Breton, Fox 61 News.
Now that you're up to date with the latest weather for us here in West Michigan and some headlines from around the country, you can always get more information at 13onyourside.com or by downloading 13 On Your Side news and weather apps. For now, thanks for watching 13 Plus. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens.